everybody, welcome to episode 19 of Building with Sand. It's Falchion here as usual, and it is Sunday, January 20th, 2013. And well, I don't know where this weekend went, and I had not prepared anything for this episode. I just realized that I'm trying to keep to schedule, and yet I have totally forgotten that I wanted this episode to go up when it does. So we're just gonna wing it like we ought to anyway. It's Martin Luther King Day weekend for those who are in the fortunate position where it's an actual holiday. I know for myself, going to school, it ceased to be a holiday many years ago, but as a federal holiday, it is very much a day off for a few people out there who get to enjoy such a thing. It's Sunday, it's today. The last couple of days I haven't been doing a whole lot, Minecraft style wise at least. I've been playing a lot of two different video games. One was Mobile Suit Gundam Online, which I talked about last episode. It's all in Japanese, so I don't recommend it unless you're really willing to take that plunge into that sort of thing. The other one is I received in the mail Mobile Suit Gundam Extreme Versus, which is a 3D fighter, kind of similar to Virtuon for all those people out there who know what I'm talking about. It was originally an arcade game, came to the PlayStation 3. It is probably never ever going to get any translation into English, but it's a fighter. All you gotta do is learn how to play it and you're good to go. It's fairly simple, but it has an extremely high amount of complexity to it. It's very fast paced. It is unfortunately very easy to hop into the game and lose terribly to people who know what they're doing. So today, I suppose, oh my gosh, we are going to work on the tower. And hopefully this makes it where I want it to be. No, it didn't. So let's see if I can get up here without killing myself. There we go. That worry works. And I just realized my headphones weren't plugged in, so now I can hear myself actually play the game. I just got an email that my shipment of Ki no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, has been shipped from Amazon. If anybody out there follows my Let's Play Okami HD with myself and my wife, that is going to be our next series. Okami is, as of today, has been recorded. We have the last boss to fight. I spent many hours in the last few days. Actually, I put 7 hours on our save file, just doing all the last bits of that game. And yeah, our next one is going to be Wrath of the White Witch, which, for those who do not know, is a game that has been. I need to get this to be an actual circle. Wrath of the White Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, a very difficult name for me to say over and over for some reason, is the first game where Studio Ghibli, who's very well known for their animated films, Studio Ghibli has done all of the animation, and also their music guy has provided all the music for this role-playing game and that I don't know a whole lot about. I'm the kind of person who likes to kind of hop into games nowadays. I prefer not to spoil too much of what is in store, but I've actually been kind of excited for this game, so I did look up some things. I need to go down. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. Oh, wow. I didn't hurt as much as I thought. And I'm out of ender pearls. So we get to go get some more because I need those to build. But, so Studio Ghibli is doing the animation and the music for this game, and I can't think of who it is who is doing the actual development. I'm going to say level 5, but I think it's somebody else. But regardless, the game looks pretty awesome to me. It'll be very much like playing a movie. And you have lots of movie adaptation games, but there's not very many games out there that feel like you're actually in a movie or in an anime or whatever. It wasn't a very spectacular game, but there's one called Asura's Wrath by, I want to say Platinum Games, that felt incredibly like playing an anime. But there's not many movies or games out there that feel like a movie or anything like that. So I'm kind of really looking forward to it. And it seems very Pokemon-ish to me from what I know, because it you have familiars and you train them up and they metamorphose into other forms. So it seems very much like Pokemon. But that's something to look forward if you watch any other videos on my channel. I'm planning not to put them up until Okami is done, however, so I mean, I want to say episode 40-ish went up on YouTube for Okami, which means that there will be a couple of weeks, excuse me, before Ni no Kuni goes up, because I want to get Okami done beforehand, and we were looking at having something in the realm of 52-ish episodes for Okami, so there'll be some time left. And if you guys haven't checked out that series yet, please do. It is Okami is a very good game. If you like the action-adventure style, like Legend of Zelda, I think it is probably the best Legend of Zelda clone that has ever been created. So definitely check it out. And it's in 1080p in its high-def version. It's very, very pretty. But so, me being unprepared, we're going to work on the tower. And I need to create some kind of quick way up this, because I keep getting stuck. Oop, oop. And that's not going to help anything, but it is for now. So my idea is that we have this tower, which is in this building behind the wall. And I really want to build the tower to look like it's partially holding up the wall. So first of all, I just want to, I really should have brought a crafting bench. But first I want the tower to, oh gosh, this is going to be a problem. I had an efficiency 3 pickaxe, which seemed too weak to me, but now I push efficiency 4, and it just busts through everything. I'm really low on every sort of thing. But yeah. So I want the tower to partially hold up the wall, and I may or may not actually thicken this wall. Something about it being a facade, but also one thick kind of bugs me. I don't know why, but we'll see. When it comes to that, we will deal with it. There we go. What's the best way to go about this? What I want is it to come out about up right there and come across. So I probably should go up top, take a look and see what we can come up with. In this episode, you guys will be directly involved in the creation process, considering I have absolutely no idea what I want. No, that didn't work out. I wanted this to be mesh with the top. Trying my best not to fall off and plummet to my doom. I'm going to have to go back up there and fill in what's missing. Oh, dang it. Yes. How did that happen? My coordination is not very good today. So it's Sunday night, but everybody around here has the weekend off, and tomorrow. Oh wow. See, this wall isn't as thick as I want it to be. So this archway isn't going to work out exactly like I hoped. But I think maybe if I did something like this, it might look interesting. Yeah, I kind of like that actually. But I think it should be done more than once. So we have an odd number of walls. Yeah, I like that. This way it looks like the wall is actually I wonder how that would look. That might work out too, but I don't have enough stairs right now. I don't know why, but I don't like actually carrying around workbenches, because generally I just don't have enough materials anyway. If I carry around a workbench, I'm just going to be out of materials all the time as it is, regardless. Yeah, you know what? I don't like that actually, looking at it. But, so we have the tower attached to the wall, and just trying to think what I want, because I kind of want something on the wall here, but I'm not sure. Might come to that when we get around to taking a second look at this in the next episode between now and then. When I sit here looking at it for a while, just wondering what it ought to look like instead of what it does look like, as I tend to do on all of my projects. Let's see if I did something like this. What would that look like? Now it just looks a lot more robust, and we also have light glitches, so that's not going to do it either. So where are we right now? We're at Y87, and this is about 89. I want this tower to be high enough to go over, maybe not that hill, but this one for sure. And up here we're at 98. If we're over there, then not get me where I wanted to be. We're easily over 100. $110, $111. That tree too. So this tower is going to need to be fairly tall. The question is, how tall do I want to be? Maybe it's just going to be as tall as I can make it. At least 120. Probably. That would definitely overshadow everything in the area. I just don't want it to be so tall that it sticks out like a sore thumb. But I want it high enough to be to serve its purpose, which is to be able to see over everything else. So tonight, like many nights, myself and my wife and our friends were here and had some food, and we ended up playing Cards Against Humanity. If you're below the age of 17, you shouldn't be playing the game, but if you're above that, I recommend it. If you are somewhat depraved, or if you just like, if things that people consider offensive or politically incorrect may not in fact offend you, it is a very funny game, and actually So yeah, a friend of mine just told me that there was an internet version of it, which was called Pretend You're XYZZY, which I have yet to take a look at, but it's supposed to be like the online version of Cards Against Humanity, so that might be fun. People who are not in the know, it is, I think I've talked about it before, but it is much like Apples to Apples, but the topics are very much adult. And I think that is all I will say about this subject, because I don't know who out there watches my series and their potential ages. But yes, if you're a consensual adult and you enjoy funny things and are not offended by raw humor, I would highly recommend Cards Against Humanity. And well, we are out of blocks, so it's time to take a look, see where we are. Try not to die at the same time. Ooh. That's starting to look good, actually. Surprisingly. I wasn't really sure exactly how this was going to go. I'm going to do more to the tower, but I do want it to look pretty tall. We're at 108. Still about 10 more blocks to go. So about there-ish, with a top on it. It'll look good. I actually think it'll look good. With maybe a light up there, some kind of beacon. Not a beacon, but a glowstone at least. And yeah, I definitely like that. This is not going to be the only watchtower in the city. If I can squeeze them in on any of the other far reaches of the map, I definitely want to do that. And kind of unify the outsides of the city. Kind of like the watchtower, or not the watchtower, the fort, which I think I finally came up with a name, and I have since forgotten it. Okay, I do remember what I wanted to name the fort, and we'll go there now because I need to get blocks. But yes, I could not come up with a good name, and usually forts are, I would say, named after people, like Fort Washington or Fort Duquesne. But I am going to name my food after. I'm going to name my fort after my favorite food, or one of my favorite foods, if I have a son. This is now and forever Fort Monte Cristo. Very nice. If you don't know what a Monte Cristo is, it's basically a battered and fried ham sandwich with turkey and occasionally powdered sugar and some kind of preservatives to dip it in. It's totally amazingly awesome. But the fort's pretty much done. We have no blocks. Wow. That's an issue. I have to go into my stores and get some more. But I don't want to do that on camera. So we're going to walk this way. We're nearing the end of this episode. I feel like we got nothing done except for building a large cylinder. Got to talk to me, listen to me blabber on about stuff. Hopefully I have some stuff here. I've really been thinking recently about wanting to do a lot of renovations on this city. This village, I mean, excuse me. There's just this, I don't know, maybe not this one, but some of these villages need to change so they look more desert style. And when I think of deserts, I think of buildings upon buildings. A rectangular building with a rectangular building touching it, a rectangular building on top of it, and a whole lot of those just just all over the place. And reason why those exist, because when you're in the desert and you have high temperatures, it's better to have buildings clustered together so you can retain warmth or coolness and all that stuff. If you're exposed to the sun, you're gonna have issues because deserts aren't only hot, they also get very cold, and having your buildings clustered together is good for that kind of stuff. But what we should have done is got some wood, because I want to make a staircase, but I don't know if I want it to be wood or stone just yet. It's going to be cylindrical. I mean, it's going to be a spiral. Wow, I like that pattern. That is very much not on purpose, but I like how that looks with this block's missing. They might have to go in if I have to put stairs up, but we'll see. But there's going to be a spiral staircase up to here, all the way up to there. As you get smaller and go up, I might need to put loopholes in the tower like I have on the fort, and also there should probably be platforms in different locations, and not much else. When you get to a certain point, it's just going to be a ladder, so maybe that thinner part might just be a ladder. I'm not sure yet, but we'll get to that. There's going to be, this is going to be like a place where people are stationed, so there should be some kind of something up here, if not at least some chests for equipment, but I don't know. The way I'm kind of feeling this building is like it's a temple that also had a tower on it that was turned into a watchtower. So I really want it temple-y looking, which is why I'm kind of going with this pillory kind of look, and these pillars are going to need to be extended upward. So maybe it'll just be a temple sort of place that was kind of de facto turned into a watchtower, so there won't be many watchtowery things put into it. So we won't have loopholes, we'll have windows. And I do not want to keep all of this tower to be pure standard sandstone, of course, much like everything else. But, as usual, build it first and then fix it up. So, you'll see how it turns out. And I think adding a few things to the outside of the towers is going to be good. When I think of that, I think of kind of like the minarets I have on the Sultan's Palace, where they have kind of platforms when you go up them. Gotta get over there to show you what I mean. So kind of like that, but it'll be much larger, of course, because we have a much bigger tower. But there'll be platforms where you can go out and look out without having to be inside the tower still. So, yeah. It might even be flat on the top. Something came to mind is putting this up. If any of you do watch my Okami series, there's that cat called Tower in Okami, which is a very tall cylinder that goes up into the sky, and you have to climb it, and it's just smooth and straight and flat on the top, pretty much. So, little jutting is out you can stand on. So, something like that is what I'm thinking of. But we'll get to that next time. I managed to somehow pull off an episode where I blather on for 30 minutes and build a big shaft into the sky. So, kudos to me and to you for watching. I suppose yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. And hopefully the next episode will be a little more exciting. And I'll see you next time. Take care.